Welcome to The Adoption Show, where every week we shine a light on the incredible journey of shelter dogs and the heroes helping them find their forever home. Across the country, we meet thousands of dogs waiting for a second chance. Here, we meet the dedicated individuals and organizations making that possible. Join us as we explore heartwarming stories of hope, resilience, and the unbreakable bond between humans and their canine companions. This is more than just a show. It's a movement, and together, we can make a difference, one adoption at a time. You ready, guys? Let's go!
On the Adoption Show, saving lives is fun together. On the Adoption Show,
Welcome to The Adoption Show. I'm Amber Aquart, and every episode we're shining a light on the amazing dogs waiting in shelters across the country. If you open your heart and adopt through our show, we've got a special thank you gift just for you. Ready to meet your future best friend? Let's get started.
Lucky is a 6.5-year-old, 60-pound American Staffordshire Terrier mix. Lucky is a handsome, quiet pup who is eagerly awaiting his forever home. This boy is crate and potty trained, plus walks well on a leash. He knows many commands and is treat motivated. Lucky loves to play with balls and lay in the sunshine. He can feel uncomfortable around strangers, stranger danger, and can be slow to warm up to new people, specifically men.
Say hi to Sugar, but say it calmly, as the sweet but shy girl can be a little nervous when meeting new people. After a rough start to life, Sugar made a quick recovery and is now just looking for a calm, loving home to settle into. She's just over 2 years old and is quite affectionate to those she's comfortable with. She likes gentle pets and scratches, gobbling up treats, and taking leisurely leash walks outside. Sugar also enjoys some outside playtime and has been known to get the zoomies every now and then.
Roxanne is the kind of puppy who will climb into your lap and make you wonder how you ever lived without her. She is friendly, affectionate, and already showing off some impressive manners for her age. She is working on her leash skills, learning new things every day, and looking for a family who wants to be part of that journey. Sweet, curious, and completely full of love, Roxanne is ready for her people at Lifeline Animal Project.
Meet Ranger, a sweet and cuddly 7-year-old cattle dog who is ready to find his forever family. While he still enjoys getting out for walks and exploring, his favorite thing is spending time with people. Ranger absolutely loves attention and would happily soak up all the pets, cuddles, and companionship you can give him. He's incredibly friendly and gets along well with both people and other pets. Ranger has a gentle, easygoing personality that makes him a wonderful companion to have by your side.
She's very sweet. She would love to be your forever pet. So good in the home. She just wants to be with you and hanging out with you and doing whatever you're doing, right, baby girl? And she also can be left at home all by herself, doesn't need to be crated. She will just chill out on the couch or wherever and wait for you to come home, won't you, baby? And this is what you're gonna see when you get back home, this sweet little baby girl.
Did you see a pup that pulled at your heartstrings? The good news is they're all up for adoption. Scan the QR code or go to the shelter's website, and don't forget, mention the Adoption Show so we can send you a thank you gift for giving your dog a second chance. From coast to coast, we've met so many amazing people making a difference. This week, we're shining the spotlight on someone whose work is truly saving lives.
Hey everyone, I'm sneaking in after hours here at Mission Viejo Animal Services because they're very busy working hard during the day, finding homes for so many animals in need. Let's go meet the team that makes it all happen. Hi, I'm Michael.
I'm Kyle. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Thanks so much for having us.
Absolutely.
What do you have in store for us?
Well, today we're going to show you some of our wildlife rehab. We're one of the only municipal shelters in California to be state and federally licensed to rehab wildlife.
That's amazing. I can't wait to see.
Great.
Let's go. Let's go check it out. So tell me, what's your role here?
Yeah, so I'm the Chief Animal Control Officer and the Animal Services Manager. So a lot of my job revolves around away from the shelter, so out in the field. All 5 of our cities are really rich in wildlife. We live in a very beautiful area, but that brings in a lot of wildlife. So these were a litter of possums that came in as bottle feeders.
So cute.
And we raised them all the way from bottle feeding all the way to the size that they are now. So they're probably about 200 grams. We're going to release them at 300 grams. They're probably one of the cutest animals until they become adults.
They are so cute as babies. I've never seen them this young.
This is all run through volunteers. We have a field service program called HOWL, which is helping out wildlife locally. I didn't come up with the acronym, but people like it. If we have a wildlife incident, like we had a mountain lion in a neighborhood, we were able to send out a team of volunteers to go canvass the neighborhood to try to protect people from letting their dogs out. In here we have some of our squirrels that we're finishing up. They just finished bottle feeding, and now we're on to solid foods.
Now I have to ask, why is there a mask?
So when we bottle feed raccoons, they habituate really easy. So they start associating people with food if they see us coming and feeding them all the time. So when they were young, our volunteers will actually put on a raccoon mask while they bottle feed them.
Does it work?
You look like a raccoon. Every couple months we get a mountain lion that kind of strolls into a neighborhood, so we have to go out and try to keep the public safe. We want to do a lot of education, try to prevent any type of interaction between someone's pet and the mountain lion, because ultimately we want to keep the lion safe as well. And if it interacts with someone's pet, it's going to be a bad day. Just yesterday we trapped a coyote that had really bad mange, which is a skin issue. It's treatable, which is great, but that's not something we can do in-house. So our volunteer team actually transported that to a wildlife rehabilitator in San Diego. We also are getting a lot more sightings with the use of surveillance cameras. So nowadays people can log right on and see that a mountain lion cross their yard at 3 a.m. DOG donated a thermal drone for our operation. So we've been using it to try to track down people's lost pets. So for example, this dog 2 days ago got away from its owner and got spooked and ran into the foothills. And this is the woman that was watching the dog. So we were able to just have her come in slowly, not chase the dog. We let her know exactly where it was and kind of coach her and say, talk to it softly, say, do you want a treat? Do you want to go for a walk?
Not chase after.
Exactly. So that was kind of the issue, is everybody was chasing this dog, and it was running further and further into the hills. We are working with some research institutions because our local mountain lion population is threatened. So that's why we take really special care in trying to protect them.
If I understand, you don't cover just one city, you cover 5 cities?
Yeah, we actually cover Mission Viejo, which is the parent city. So we're a city department in the city of Mission Viejo. But by contract, we cover 4 other jurisdictions, which is Laguna Niguel, Laguna Hills, Rancho Santa Margarita, and Aliso Viejo.
And that's a lot to coordinate.
Absolutely. We're very community focused, so we try to do a lot to help the community when they need it, whether that be our owner relinquishment program or assisting people when they really need us. I really feel like our mission is just to provide the best possible outcome for people and their pets, and all the animals that we cover, including our wildlife.
PetSmart Charities believes in community. By collaborating with over 4,000 animal welfare organizations, they create a network of support, ensuring pets find loving homes. I'm here with Tori Williams, the expert in sheltering and access to veterinary care, which is a huge, important part of owning a pet. Can you explain to me how you became an expert in sheltering and helping people find ways to get access to veterinary care?
I started in veterinary medicine when I was home on college break one day and decided I loved it, and went from there into the shelter world, and realized very quickly that in order for shelters to be successful, helping keep pets with the people that already know and love them is essential. And we've seen now, even more so as time has gone on, that veterinary care is a significant barrier to keeping pets, again, with the people that already love them. So
Right.
I get really excited to help shelters not only optimize their community programming and, what happens when they have to bring pets in, but ultimately making sure that with access to veterinary care, as well as other types of care, behavioral support, etc., those pets get to just stay with their people and stay in the families that they already have.
That's right, because adopting a pet is just one step, and there can be a lot of hurdles once you bring the pet home. What resources would you suggest for people like that?
So one thing I would say is just in general, make sure that you understand that this is not exclusive to something just happening to you.
Yeah.
Millions of people have this exact situation happen. It is in no means a way to gauge how much you love your pet or how much you should keep your pet. So that's number one, just take that shame and kick it to the side. Number two is, reaching back out to an animal shelter that you perhaps adopted your pet from, or even if you didn't. Animal shelters, again, have this same goal. They don't need more pets, right?
They want you to keep your pet.
Exactly. So they're gonna be an amazing resource for maybe what's local to you.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's not something that maybe you're interested in, or you feel like you want to take a step beforehand, there's a really great website called pethelpfinder.org.
Okay.
And what you can do is just go on, you can sort by geography, and you can look up vet clinics that have payment plan options, that provide subsidies, that maybe even have funds that they can use towards veterinary care. The other thing I want to add in is that when you first adopt a pet, it's really important to establish that veterinary relationship right away, because if you have that relationship established, they already know your pet, that conversation is going to be that much easier when you're in a moment of panic. And pethelpfinder.org is a great way to look up and say, let me see what clinics in my area are going to make the most sense for me. Because maybe I don't need a payment plan now, I don't need to worry about that, but in the future I might, so why not go ahead and get that intro out of the way before you're in a place of panic or extreme stress. So having those relationships set up early on is crucial. And
Yeah.
I know shelters encourage that when they do adoption.
Right.
There's so much happening at time of adoption that you're thinking about, how do I get this guy or gal home? What toys do I need? It's such a moment of excitement, but even though that's maybe not the most fun, make sure you go ahead and start there so that these other issues, when they come up, because they will, because they're pets,
Right.
that you already have that kind of place with your relationship, with your notes. They know you, they know your pet, and it's just going to be a lot easier and make things a lot less stressful.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I think having that first visit to establish what healthy looks like is so important. Telehealth, I've done it with my pets many times with a toddler at home and a dog that was afraid of the vet.
Yeah.
And those things can be extremely useful resources, and it's really cool to get to find out about pethelpfinder.org. And I hope that can help people feel confident when it comes to taking care of their pet and keeping pets in homes, and that's the goal.
Yes.
Thank you so much for chatting with me today. This has been such an amazing conversation.
Yes, thank you so much. Appreciate the time.
Yeah. Socialization is key. Slowly introducing your new dog to people, pets, and places helps build confidence and prevents fear-based behaviors. Are you ready to meet some more adoptable cuties? Let's go check them out.
Jazzy is here, and she is absolutely one of a kind. One ear up, one ear flopped, tongue out, smile on full blast. That's Jazzy. A beautiful 2-year-old, 56-pound shepherd mix with a heart so big and a love for life so infectious that everyone who meets her walks away a little happier. Jazzy is joyful and playful. She's funny, smart, curious, and loyal. And she comes with a Borrow a Buddy review so glowing that it practically has its own spotlight.
Meet 5-year-old Benny. Benny has been hanging out with us since September of 2025. He's eager to get into his forever home. Benny's so sweet, he's loving, he's playful, he's witty. He loves playing with other dogs here in playgroup and likes to romp around the yard. He'll roll in sunshine patches and truly just make you really happy. You'd be missing out if you didn't adopt Benny, so come on down to Baltimore Humane Society located in Reisterstown, Maryland.
Harvey is a terrific dog. He is super sweet, quiet, very chill. He's about 9 or 10 years old, a Pomeranian long-haired Chihuahua blend. He gets very excited about going for walks and he spins in circles. He enjoys strolling around the neighborhood and having snifaris in the backyard. Sometimes he just wants to stand still, smell the breeze, and listen to the birds. You wouldn't know it to watch him, but he has very limited vision due to his cataracts. He does not let that stop him.
Meet Mooney, the perfect mix of smart, soulful, athletic, and just the right amount of goofy. This handsome guy has been waiting in foster care far too long, and all he really needs is for the right person to see how special he is. Mooney is incredibly bright and loves to learn, already knowing a long list of commands and always eager to show off his skills. But he's not all brains. He has a soft, silly side too, loving his people deeply, enjoying playtime with other dogs, and happily switching from zoomies in the yard to cuddles on the couch.
This is Gus. He's a 1-year-old sweetheart, eager to be your playtime companion. Gus loves to play games and is an expert at fetch, putting his whole heart into chasing after the ball. On walks, he enjoys taking in his surroundings while also paying attention to his walking partner. Full of energy and joy, Gus thrives on physical activity and can often be found zooming around.
Are you a good boy? Yes. Are you a good boy? There are so many good boys and girls. They're all waiting for someone just like you. Make the call, send the email, just don't wait. And now, for the tip that might just make your adoption journey even smoother, this week's Adoption A to Z.
ID tags and microchips. Every adopted dog should wear a collar with an ID and be microchipped. It's honestly the best way to be reunited if they get lost. Keep your contact info current and always have a tag on, even indoors, just in case. Another thing you might consider is a GPS collar. These oftentimes can give you the speediest way to recover your lost pet.
My name is Meghan Lehman. I am with Hills Pet Nutrition and I lead the Food Shelter and Love program. The Food Shelter and Love program was established about 23 years ago to support shelters and feeding the animals that they care for on a daily basis. So we offer deep discounts on our science-led nutrition so that animal shelters never have to choose between quality and the animals in their care. So the food comes in, we provide that to them so that they can get that access to the great food. And then we also give them sample bags that they can send home with adopters to help ease that transition into the pet's new home. So our disaster relief network was founded about 12 years ago in response to a lot of the natural disasters that started taking place. Think Hurricane Katrina. And when disasters strike, there is a lot of need in the community because people are displaced, but the pets are too. So if there is not access to pet food, a lot of our shelter partners specifically were getting those community requests from people that had been impacted by the storms. And we wanted to figure out a way to help them get food into the hands of the pets that needed it the most. So we established the Disaster Relief Network. When the disaster strikes, we are able to ship free product for the shelters to give out to displaced members of the community that are feeding their pets, or if the shelter is taking in an influx of animals and caring for those because the humans have to go to human shelters, we can provide free food for them to help with that as well. So we're here at Animal Care Expo this year to just make connections with people in the animal care industry and the animal welfare industry. We've had a lot of great conversations with shelters that are looking for quality nutrition to feed their animals because they know the quality of what goes in is really important to helping them find positive outcomes for those animals. So we're here not only as a sponsor to support the event and the animal welfare professionals that are here, but also to help make some connections and see if we can help the shelters that need that feeding support get it. I actually started my career working at an ad agency that was supporting an animal shelter in Las Vegas, and as my career kind of moved and changed, I actually ended up getting a job at the shelter to work on their marketing team, and so I did that. I stayed in shelters for about 10 years, and right before COVID, I ended up going to work for a pet insurance company, and that pet insurance company was also supporting shelters, and I'm based in Kansas City, so when this role opened up, I had worked at 2 shelters that were Food Shelter and Love shelters, and it was just a perfect fit of everything in my career coming together, and very excited and proud to lead this program. I think the people that work for or volunteer at shelters are some of the most passionate, well-intentioned individuals that have such amazing hearts. And the work that they do, I think, is often not appreciated for the level of effort that it takes or the kind of just experiences that you encounter while you're doing that work. There's a lot of positive stories, but there's also just a lot of hard times that you have to navigate. And I think for me, I ended up in animal welfare kind of by a happy accident, but I really believe in the work that these people are doing. And I think finding kind of this combination of my skill set and my passion for continuing to help them has been kind of the highlight of my career, and it's something I'm really excited to continue. Shelters are in such need of talent in a variety of ways and efforts in a variety of ways, and depending on what your skill set is or how you want to contribute, there's so many ways that you can, some of them even virtually if you're afraid of stepping foot in a shelter. But I think the people that I've worked with in the past that have given themselves that chance to get involved, they often surprise themselves and they realize that, like, oh, I took home a litter of 8 kittens and I really love them all, but I don't want to give them back. But when you do give them back, you get to feel that love again and again and again and again until you get to a point where you want to give yourself a break, and that's cool too. But I think it's just such a rewarding opportunity for people to get involved in. Give yourself a chance. If it's not for you, it's not for you, but there's so many ways that you can help. So if you're interested in learning more about the Food, Shelter, and Love program, the Disaster Relief program, or just Hills in general, you can visit hillspet.com. You can also follow us on all of our socials at hillspet. And if you're interested in shopping and giving with your wallet when you purchase Hills food, you can do that through shop.hillspet.com, or just visit any of your retailers. Every bag that's purchased helps support Pets in Need.
So many people ask the same questions when they think about adopting, and I get it. It's a really big decision, and that is why we have put together Adoption FAQ to help you feel confident and ready to adopt. So I wanted to ask you, how important is it for a new pet parent to establish a relationship with their veterinarian?
It is crucial. Just because adopting a new furry family member or canine feline family member is an anxious time, right? It can be, and there's a lot of information that they want. And so they need a reliable source to go to. So your veterinarian will be your source for questions, concerns, in case of emergencies. They will be your resource during these anxious times. So it's a wonderful time, but sometimes it can be a little bit uncertain, and your vet will be there to help you through that uncertainty.
That's right. I love my vet and I love this vet.
There we go. Thank you.
Bringing a new dog home is one of the most exciting moments of your life, but it can also feel overwhelming. I'm Dr. Ross Henderson, and here's what every new pet parent should know to help their dog feel safe, healthy, and truly at home. Set boundaries gently and early. Dogs actually feel safer when rules are clear. Decide early what's allowed: furniture, sleeping spots, jumping, and be consistent. Boundaries don't need to be harsh. Calm, clear, and predictable guidelines helps dogs understand their world faster. And consistency is kindness.
Do you want to make a difference? Adopt one of this week's featured dogs by visiting the shelter website or scanning the QR code. You'll get a special gift from us, and more importantly, you'll be giving a dog a second chance at life. Thanks for spending time with us today, and we'll see you next week on The Adoption Show.